Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about how hard is it to play online poker professionally. Now, when I've told people I play online poker professionally, a lot of them turn to me and go like, what, that's your job? As if it's almost disbelief that could be possible. And make no mistake about it, it's far from easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it, let's face it. Now, being an online poker player means you're your own boss, which comes with a lot of pros and cons. So yes, you don't have to wake up at a certain time, you don't need to answer to anyone, but you're now in charge of organizing every hour of your day. What a luxury, right? You'd think so, but it can soon lead to you being very overwhelmed. If you don't have disciplined structures in place, your life can soon turn into chaos. If you haven't got a structured work day, you end up in a constant state of distraction, always trying to get more done, but not actually achieving more. Now, this leads to you feeling guilt, anxiety, frustration, which leads to you playing late into the night, early hours of the morning, and then that has the knock-on effect of you getting up very late the next day. The reason people do that is because they feel guilty they didn't get much done, and being a poker player, you just play later and later and get up later and later. This has big trade-offs, which mean you get up mid-afternoon the following day, your sleep schedule's completely bonkers off, and you get awful quality sleep. You don't recover, you don't get any sort of restorative sleep. Now, this is a huge problem in the poker community, and I wish there was like a magic pill to solve this, but it's just one of those things that you don't get enough done during the day, so you have to work later and later in order to get more done. Another problem poker players have is the brutal day-to-day variance of the games. You can do everything right. You can play amazing poker, great poker all day, all week, and then lose money or get no money to show for it. So imagine you're in a job, you do everything right, you kill it all week. You're a high performer, you couldn't have done any more in your week. At the end of the week, you're going to leave work, and your boss goes, give me £1,000. You'd say, no way. But that's what happens in poker. In the short term, you can get slapped in the face, no matter how hard you try, no matter what your efforts are. This then leads to frustration, and it makes it harder to show up the next day to keep putting the volume in. Would you show up for work next week if you just got charged for your services the week before? It'd be very difficult. So from a psychological point of view, poker players struggle a lot to play for these periods, which are very, very, very frequent. Now, some formats you can not make money for months, and that's just part of the variance of the game. And it is very difficult. This then leads to a buildup of tilt and self-doubt, which makes it harder again. You start asking yourself questions. What happens if I'm not good enough? What happens if I continue to lose my money? What happens if I just can't get out of this downswing because the game's just much harder now and I'm just not a good enough player? Now, the way out of this is to play through it, to force yourself to sit down and put the hours in no matter what. But it's so much easier said than done, especially when there's money on the line. And you can just say, okay, well, you're your own boss, have a few days off. But is that really going to change the situation? Bills are due. Where's the money coming from? There's no magic check coming in. There's no poker gods thinking they care about your situation. No one cares. It's up to you to make that money. So this is very difficult for poker players to deal with, and it makes it very hard to put in your best work. Another thing that is difficult is focus. You're playing high stakes poker or whatever stakes poker, you need to be on your A game psychologically, making good decisions. If you have a bad hour, that could wipe out your whole week's profits, which is crazy. Generally, it's like a day's profits could get wiped out with a bad hour, but in some stages, a week, which is crazy. So if you think about, say you've been out the weekend, or say you've had a bad night's sleep, or say you've been distracted for whatever reason watching YouTube, this can like destroy your whole week's profits. So it's very stressful on your sort of psychological capacity, trying to balance your lifestyle as well as playing this card game at a high level, trying to make money. Now, these are problems that you have to deal with as a poker player. Yes, it comes with great perks, like I get to live in Bali and do whatever I want with my life. Location-wise, you can just get up and go wherever, but there is a lot of psychological issues you have to deal with, and that's why the elite players have to deal with, are the ones who learn to deal with this. So I was able to play high-stakes poker because I put systems and structures in place to allow me to deal with all these issues. I was not immune to them. I had to overcome downswings, overcome self-doubt, had to build up a bankroll, had to learn how to structure my days, go to bed at the right time, wake up at the right time. Everything needed to be solved, and I've spent a lot of time coming up with structures and systems to allow this to be almost effortless now. So if you're a poker player and you want some help on this stuff, you're in luck, because I've created a Facebook group which helps with all poker problems, and you will see the link in my description if you click on the link, and that will take you to the Facebook group. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. There's going to be plenty more poker stuff coming, as well as lifestyle, my life in Bali, how I've got into the situation I'm in now, and also sharing all the best tips I have for any entrepreneurs, online people, or poker players.